This is the largest leveraged buyout in history, and it's led by not your typical private equity firm, but a sovereign wealth fund. EA is going private in a deal valued at $55 billion, led by a consortium of investors, including Jared Kushner's Affinity Partners, Silver Lake, which is a more typical buyout firm, and PIF, Public Investment Fund, which is Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund, which manages nearly $1 trillion. Now, for Affinity and Silver Lake, this is a little bit more of a typical leveraged buyout. You find a mature company in a promising industry with upside potential or turnaround potential. You gather up other investors to go in on the deal with you. You buy that company with a bunch of debt, in this case, $20 billion supplied by JP Morgan. Then you push for some sort of a change that often involves cost cutting or expansion into different opportunities. In the case of EA, potentially a push into mobile and AI-led efficiencies in game development. But for PIF, this isn't just a short-term financial play. It's a geopolitical one, and maybe even a cultural one. Here's why. A sovereign wealth fund is a state-owned investment vehicle, and its mandate is typically to use capital, in many cases, from the surpluses of different natural resources like oil, and to invest that capital into long-term opportunities that often diversify the economy of that country. Now, the Public Investment Fund, steered by the vision of the Crown Prince, has been making a big push into gaming and esports because they see that as a growing and promising industry, the way to create jobs in the country long-term, and potentially even a way to exert more soft power, which means influence that comes from culture and ideas. Hollywood is one way the United States is said to exert soft power around the world. So yes, backing the biggest LBO of all time comes with a high sticker price, but the payoff could be worth it if EA becomes a linchpin in this grand vision for a global gaming hub. Of course, a deal is just the first step. There's execution risk, there's the post-COVID gaming slump to consider, but if it does work out, this could potentially be a big win for Saudi Arabia, who is betting on gaming as the future.